Hey everyone, Kyron Crocker, aka the Ultimate Nerd 224, and this is the third video in my series of Marvel Cinematic Universe reviews. For this one, I'm going to review the black sheep of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Iron Man 2. A lot of people have considered this possibly the worst movie in the whole universe. Now, I think it's almost the worst, really, because there's another movie I found worse than this, but we'll get to that soon. Anyways, so the plot of the movie is, there's Whiplash, and he wants revenge on Iron Man because he's basically responsible for the fact that his father, Crimson Dynamo, died, and he ends up in jail, and there's Nick Fury, and, the plot, I can't explain the plot. I can't explain it because it's all messed up. That's what's wrong with it. Now, I don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think it's a terrible film, but it's okay, really. But there's some problems that this movie has. Like, okay, I'm gonna explain the good stuff first. So I think I should explain the good stuff first. So, the first good thing about the movie is it introduces Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow. And of course, Black Widow has become a very big character in this universe, so yeah, this movie, it introduces her. I'm glad it does. As you can see, she's right there. As you can see, she's right there on the back of the Blu-ray. Another good thing this movie has is Don Cheadle as the War Machine. Okay, so Terrence Howard couldn't return from the first movie to play Rhodey as the War Machine because he asked for too much money. So instead, they had to replace him with Don Cheadle, who plays War Machine throughout the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe now. And he does a very good job, and I'm glad we get to see War Machine because War Machine is one of my favorite Marvel characters of all time, so I'm glad to see him there. And of course, the Civil War trailers are making it look like War Machine's dead, but I hope he doesn't. I shouldn't talk about Civil War right now. I'm talking about Iron Man 2, which I guarantee is nothing like Civil War. Civil War hasn't come out yet, but I guarantee you it's nothing like this. Anyways, the movie was directed by John Ferriero, who also directed the first movie, and who plays Harold Hogan, it's Tony Stark's bodyguard, and he directed this movie too. So, what happened to his direction? Was he too busy playing Harold throughout the whole movie that he couldn't focus on this? Is that it? I just couldn't take this movie seriously. The movie, it's got way too much humor in it. Too much! And, I mean, some of them were funny, but some of them just flew off and didn't feel that funny at all. Okay, now another thing I like about the movie is that it introduces S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. plays a big part in the universe, so I'm glad it introduces that. And the action. I like the action in the movie. That scene where Black Widow is fighting all the cops in the hallway was real cool. And the scene where Iron Man and War Machine are teaming up to fight Whiplash. Okay, another thing I want to talk about is Justin Hammer in this movie. Of course, Justin Hammer was one of Iron Man's biggest enemies in the comics. And in this movie, he is played by Sam Rockwell. And Justin Hammer is just crazy in this movie. He's too over the top. He's too corny. I can't really take this guy as a villain. I just can't. So, Iron Man 2, in conclusion, it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's in between, basically. It's somewhere in between. So I'm gonna give this movie a C-. Yeah, that's my rating for Iron Man 2, a C-. Okay, so we've got more Marvel movies to review, and I swear to God, they're much better than Iron Man 2, except for one, but we'll get to that. So come back tomorrow for my review of the first movie in the cinematic universe that surprised me, Thor.